Hey, here we are, getting ready to do another project. And one of the things I've always enjoyed is Rube Goldberg's. Making this video to kind of help you to be organized in completing this Rube Goldberg project. I know it may not be directly related to energy and the environment or stuff like that, but it's definitely a STEM activity. It'll get you hands-on, it'll get you building, being able to make something at home and then share it, which would be really cool. There is this presentation, and this is found on Google Classroom. But I figured I'd create this video to kind of introduce it to you. They call these slide decks. Really, it's just a Google presentation with information on it. Um, One of the things, let's go here. What you're going to be working on is all these different things you see on the screen. All these are links to the rest of the presentation. This will get you through your stuff. And let's kind of talk about a little bit about who Rube Goldberg was. So Rube Goldberg's, I'm gonna say he was a neat guy. He was born in San Francisco in the late 1800s. Started his career actually as an engineer. He looks like he dresses like one too. Um, he also became a Pulitzer Prize winning writer for cartoons. He used to write cartoons. He did art, and he was an author. And we used to do when I taught sixth grade, way back when we would build these projects, and then we'd also do it as a writing piece where they had to write like him. We're not going to worry about that though for here. So really, he poked fun a lot of times at technology by making things too complicated. He'd take these simple projects, and then he'd think about the simple machines and the equipment at the time in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and how they could all be related to make something really simple extremely complicated. Rube Goldberg projects are huge. There's competitions for this at the college level, high school level, middle school level. There's UW Stout has actually won it a few years ago at the national level for colleges, and a lot of these teams will put in 3,000 hours or more to make as many complicated tasks as they can. So his work influenced a lot of different things. A couple of videos I have in here that you'll see where they're all influenced from the work that Goldberg did. For example, here's one of his cartoons. So you can see he always had some weird introduction of how someone came up with this idea. So here it says Professor Butts walks in his sleep, strolls through a cactus field in his bare feet, and screams out an idea for self-operating napkin. So it has nothing to do with the fact that he was walking through a cactus field, but it is kind of funny. So you see all these letters will then go to the story here. And this is how he'd always show his cartoons. So as you raise your spoon A to your mouth, it pulls on the string. You can see the string here attached to B, thereby jerking ladle C, which throws a cracker E or D past the parrot, which is E, that tilts this upsetting feeder, the seeds, into the pail H, which pulls on the pulley I, and then let's see, where do we go here? Which opens the light's automatic cigar lighter right here, J, which then allows for this firework to basically go off, which is K. It caused the sickle to cut the string, which is L, and then allows the pendulum B attached to the napkin to swing back and forth, thereby wiping your chin. So after the meal, substitute a harmonica instead of a napkin so you can enjoy some music. So it's something funny, something crazy, all set there to be able to just help wipe off the soup strainer he has on his lip there. That's a mustache. So it's a fun, goofy way of looking at it, but it uses a whole bunch of different simple machines, stuff that you've learned in the past in science and PLTW projects. So that's why I kind of thought this would be neat to go into. So here's an example of our cartoon, and this is what they've turned into. So I actually have an example here. You can watch these on your own terms because they are a little bit longer. Rube Goldberg machine that Purdue University built in 2018 just to pour a bowl of cereal and milk. And you can see all the things that went into that. And then this guy, Sprice, he makes a lot of cool different chain reaction videos. He was actually on America's Got Talent a few years ago with one of his projects that he did. He's come a long way with his cool things, but he does a great job of explaining every single part to you. So that's kind of where I want us to be able to go to with this project. So one of the things you have to do is watch this video. Hey, you're on top of it already. Good job. Here are the expectations I have for your project. You are going to have to construct your own Rube Goldberg contraption. We'll talk about it in a little bit. You have to complete daily check-in forms. I'll show you what those look like as we move forward. And then you're going to have to showcase your Rube Goldberg in a video to everyone so we can see what you created. Now, I'm not looking for something really extravagant and crazy like these videos that were here, but I am looking for you to come up with something that's going to use a couple different simple machines and be able to use a couple things around your home. So here are the deliverables. This is what you're going to have to give to me. Your Rube Goldberg contraption. You're going to have at least 2 simple machines in there. Simple machines, remember, inclined planes, screws, pulleys, wheel and axle, stuff like that. You have to use at least 2 different simple machines. I have a video in here, Bill Nye video in this slide deck that you can check out and see one of his videos on all the different simple machines if you forgot how they work. That was big in automation and robotics, is to know those simple machines and then know how they work with mechanisms. So you have to have at least 6 different actions in your contraption. So that means 6 different things are happening. I don't want dominoes that hit into another set of dominoes that hit into another set of dominoes. You have to have 6 different items to make up your Rube Goldberg machine to be able to do something real simple at the end. And utilize different materials. You have a bunch of stuff around at home. You can get other people involved with this if you want. That's okay. Take some leadership and be able to complete a project. But I want to make sure you're doing the work and you're not having someone else do the work for you. You're also going to have the daily check-in forms, done those before, show you what ours are going to look like. And then you're going to have to showcase your video. So you're going to have to record your Rube Goldberg contraption to the best of your ability. And in there, you're going to show us all 6 contraptions, the simple machines. So explain how it all works, and then what's the final project. And don't worry, I have a couple examples in here for you to be able to look at. And then you'll submit those on Google Classroom. So your final product, as I said, show the entire contraption, show every single piece of it. Include your explanation of all the components in the contraption. How do the simple machines work within this to make it a complex machine? And what are the contraptions that you actually used? How you kind of came up with that thought. And then submit that video. It's pretty easy. So here's how you're going to be assessed. There is 100 points for the breakdown. 10 of it is that you're using the simple machine. Okay, it says 1 here, but I must have missed that. Include at least 2 simple machines, and they should function properly and be part of the flow of energy. 60% of the grade is going to be that action. Okay, that's the actual stuff that you put together. So the action is literally your presentation that you made. Okay, non-repetitive actions working together. And then 30 points will be for your final video, that you show the entire contraption, submit it on time. It includes the explanation of all the components. Then you got your easy points there. So remember, there's going to be 2. We're down here. You probably don't know why I don't always said remember, but here's how it's going to be broken down. So you're going to have an in-class grade that's going to be 60 points. That's 10 points for each one of your daily check-ins. You're going to have 120 points for this total grade. So where do the other 20 points come from? It comes from engagement. That means are you getting things done on time? If you have questions, you're asking me those questions so I can get them back to you. If I send out certain information for you to respond to besides the daily check-ins, you get them done on time. That's a really easy thing. As long as you're doing that stuff, you should get easy points there. Try to just put some points in that bumps your grade real easy. So that's the assessment part. Now, as far as resources go, here's a couple different videos. These 3 are fun Rube Goldberg videos. They're way more complicated than anything that I'm looking for, but they should give you some inspiration. You can also go on YouTube or anywhere else and look at some inspirational videos, good ones to look at. Like I said, Sprice has a lot of cool things on his video, and you can follow his page on there. And then Bill Nye here, Bill Nye the Science Guy. This video is about simple machines to review what the simple machines are, the 6 different kind of things we're looking for. Remember, simple machines are found within products that are made or products you have around your house. So it's not that you have to go build a ramp, or it's not that you have to go build a screw or a pulley or a wheel and axle. Find something that uses that, and that can be your simple machine. Now, I said you only have to do 6 different things, but if you want to go above and beyond and make something crazy, don't let me stop you. You want to build something that has 100 different contraptions, that's cool. There may be some extra bonus points for you if you do go above and beyond, but I'm not saying you have to. Just I may put that out there for you to help you out with your grades and stuff if you want to go above and beyond with this, because it's a lot of fun. This is meant to be fun and enjoyable. Like I said, we used to do this in the past when I taught 6th grade, but we only did it as a cartoon. We only did it as a writing piece. We didn't actually get to build these things, and that's what's going to be a little more fun about this. So each day you have different expectations. This is day 1. So what are you supposed to do? Watch this video. Check. Choose a location in your house where you're going to set up your Rube Goldberg. It should be out of the way. You could even take pictures each day, and so you know what to reset up and put the stuff away. Talk with your parents about where you can do that. Identify the supplies and materials you think you want to do, and submit that check-in. That's all you got to do today. And remember, I only expect you to be working on these things during your half hour a time when we have classes. Remember, this is an every other day class, so it's not every day you need to do this. This would be today's day 1. Next class would be the next time we have class on our learning schedule. Day 2, that next class. Decide on a method to start your Rube Goldberg. You may want to have like a ball or a toy or something go down a ramp or whatever it is that's going to start it. That's going to be the most important action, because once that happens, that's A. Once you have that, the rest of them are going to follow it as a chain reaction. So day 2, also identify the second action. Be sure your starting methods have enough potential energy stored in them so that you can get it rolling, so there's enough kinetic energy once you get moving. So think about those. I'll have some stuff in your daily check-ins that are going to help you to review that stuff. Day 3, design your third action for the Rube Goldberg. Take a picture to document and send that in to me. So I want to see what work you're doing as you go. Not asking for any sketches this time. I'm not asking for any of that. Just some pictures here and there so I know you're doing your work and you're getting things done. You're not waiting to the last day to get it finished, or you may wait till it's after the due date. I want to see you're working on it as you go. This is one of those fun classes, not like math or science where you have to, or reading where you have to do these certain things. These are made for fun. So on the 4th day, come up with your 4th action. Take a picture and document it. You'll see that in the check-in on day 4. Day 5, your 5th action. So I'm trying to space this out for you so you don't have to think you're doing a bunch of stuff all the time, and you just keep adding these actions on. Because you're adding these actions each day, you should also be testing them to make sure they work. And you should make sure that, like you see here on day 5, that action works with day 4, 3, 2, and 1, that all those actions work together, because this chain reaction needs to work successfully to be able to do a simple task. I guess I forgot to put that in day 1 too. I expect you to know what the task is that you want at the end. In competitions, they usually tell the schools or the groups that are going to be making them what that task is. For example, one year it was just to have hand sanitizer go into your hand. It's convenient now. As you'll see in the one video, bowl of cereal in 2018. Some of them are real simple: brush your teeth, or just take toothpaste out of the container and put it onto a toothbrush. Those are the simple tasks. You can come up with whatever you want. You can look up on the internet Rube Goldberg tasks, and you'll find plenty of stuff. Day 6, that's 6th action, and ready to submit your video. So that would work down your 6 days. So you could probably work ahead if you wanted. That would be fine on some of these tasks. So that final day expectation, remember, record your completed Rube Goldberg. You have to explain the Rube Goldberg in the video, show the different steps, show the simple machines, 2 of them, and then submit that video. That's how it's going to work. Okay. So as I said, I was going to share a couple final project examples. These are what I'm looking for. All right. These are videos from other students, not at our school. I got these from the internet. This one is way close to what I'm expecting, okay, for what this one student did. And it was to squish a grape. That was his final project. He decided he wanted to squish a grape. It works. It's a task. So this is kind of an expected presentation. Over here is a crazy presentation. This kid goes way above and beyond to create his project. And then there's some of them out there that are even crazier. So this is just a couple examples of how to work through it. Okay. Now, Your daily check-ins, they're going to look like the other ones that we do with Google Forms. You'll have your expectations for the day, first name, last name block. Did you watch the video? Look, the video's up there already. I just took a picture. I'm going to put the real video in there. Did you watch the video? Where are you going to put your Rube Goldberg? There are always questions just to kind of get you thinking. So all you have to do is turn those in each day. Remember, that's 10 points. So you have 60 possible points with all the check-ins that you have to do. So if you have any questions, remember, I have my Google Hangout times where you can come check in with me each day. We can talk through your stuff if you got any questions. Yeah, that's one. You can email me. That's the second way to get a hold of me. So we can go through these questions. Send me pictures, send me videos. If you're going to see me on Google Hangout and you have a device where you can move around and we can see what it looks like, that's always helpful as well. So that's all I got for you. I hope you're staying healthy. Hope you're staying safe, and have fun with this project. It is a lot of fun to be able to build a Rube Goldberg. So we'll talk to you later.